All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely Sabbath evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will. I shall and I will. I shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message regarding the narrow way is real. The narrow way is real. And it's, to me, the word real can't even compare to the fact that the narrow gate is beyond real. Real is just a word that is best used to cause one that understand parables to kind of get a chance and opportunity to kind of fall in to what I am about to talk about or what I'm about to say. But that narrow way is realer than real, to be honest. I mean, not to be honest, to be truthful. Um, and just living here and having that opportunity to be able to experience there is a place that's really narrow, that just being able to live to really see that place, and it's not like a place, but to see it to be real narrow, because I know what that life is, and I know what that gate stands for, and I know what the narrow represent, and I know the way. I most definitely know the way. So I know exactly what it's saying when it's saying narrow is the gate that leads to life. I know the whole fullness. And I just don't know it in the natural. I know what it stands for in the spiritual. That's why I can actually say to you when I say the narrow gate is real. It's beyond real. It is truth. Okay. So it's really beyond the word that I use called real. It is truth. Because right here today, people believe only what they see with their natural eyes. People believe only what they hear in their natural ear. But the things which are spiritual that one sees with an eye, the things which are spiritual which one hear with an ear, that there measure many, because that gate is so narrow to where you know that you know when you know the way to the narrow gate, and you look to your left and you look to your right, you look behind you, you don't have to look forward, because you already know the gate is this narrow is leading you forward. So you know what's in front of you. But if you look on your left, you look on your right, and you look behind you, and you recognize the fact that, wait a minute, it almost like you're going through the narrow gate alone until that spirit of the Ruach that abide in you continually speak to your spirit. Don't forget, narrow is the way, and very few should even find it. So they're not going to come nowhere near the gate. They're not going to come up on the gate, on the side of it where you say you're looking, Deborah, on the left side where you say you're looking, on the right side where you say you're looking, and you can look all in the back, all you want. That narrow gate is as narrow as I said that it was, it is, and it shall be. And I, a living prophetess today, salute that bad boy. Yay, Yah. Why? I'm saluting what I hear in my spirit and I see in my eye. I salute it. It is well. Not just that it's well, it is so true that the gate and the way to life is so narrow. It's so narrow. And it's so narrow to you not. I'm not supposed to expect someone on the left. I'm not supposed to expect someone on the right. Someone in the back. Why? Because Yah is life and he's leading me to look forward. So I too can enter into the gate, in the direction of the narrow. And don't get caught up in it, Deborah. Always know the narrow is the true way. So your expectation is you want to take everybody with you. You think everybody should come and go. Let's go, y'all. It's a party on the other side. Let's all go. It's not going to be that way. And that too is the mindset of many. And this is the reason why they follow the broad gate. Because that way they are comfortable. Because many are on their left. Many are on the right. Many is in behind them. So that it tells them, oh, I'm going the right way. Go. Go the right way in which heavens has already assigned you. So I'm going to wear that topic out this evening. But I also want to say to you all, but this is going back to the narrow gate again. I see, Father, I see where you're taking this. I sit back and I think about how people are seeing what's going on in the world. And because people have this heavy racist within them, they don't even understand. They have a perpetual hate within them. They have a race. They are racist themselves, while others are racist toward them. They have not recognized that they are likened to the same one that is hateful and is racist toward them. A lot of people don't see it like that, but it's all rooted within them. It's in them. It's not going anywhere. It's going to carry them all the way over the threshold. Because within them, they think that everybody else on this side is racist, hateful, and this and this and this. And guess what? 100% true. But it's not a left and a right side, baby. It's both sides. That's what people don't want to embrace because they don't grip truth. They don't get the word righteous, which is who Yah is. He don't have a favorite. Just because he called you your people, you his people, don't mean you his favorite. He has no favorite. Because if he did, he wouldn't pour out grace and mercy on everybody. Okay? So therefore, we have to be, not you have to. One would be lost with the cause and without to think that way, that one is so greater and so much better than the other. And that's the way that Europeans and heathens and Gentiles think. But that's also the way that what I would call Judah. A lot of you all say African Americans, Negroes, they think the same way. Now, if Judah and African Americans thinks that same way, but it's not as worse as the Europeans, the Gentile, and the heathens, how would you think Yah would measure it from the kingdom? How would you think the kingdom would look at it? Because you 30% and they 70, how would he measure that in him? How would the Most High balance that thing? How would he measure it in him? See, we don't think of the creator and who he is. We so caught up in who we are and what we want to understand and how we want to understand and how we want to grip it and believe it and receive it. Not understanding that, wait a minute now, we need in this day to look at it in the way of the light. Everything must be measured under the light. Because what's under the light? Righteous. What's under the light? Truth. What's under the light? Spirit and truth. What's under the light? The word. What's under the light? The ruach. Come on now. That's the way we must see things in this day and time. Within the light. But what has happened, that's not the route people want to go. And it's okay, y'all. It's okay. I salute that bad boy. I salute that bad boy because I see it. I hear it. We want to go in the way of our own flesh understanding. And guess what? That's the way you can go. There's a way to the gate that way. Hey. There's a way. Everybody's showing you the way. Get in the line. Okay? So what I'm saying is, if you show a lot of hate and a lot of racist toward another race, it makes you no better than the race that's showing 70%, even if you showing 30%. Let's change that up. Let's change that up a little bit, Deborah. Said the heathens, Gentiles, Europeans, they're 90%, and you showing hate and racist 5%. Guess what that is? How would you think that the kingdom would measure that? Because one got greater and one has less? No. He's going to measure it the same. One like unto the other. And that's what people have no idea of. It's called the light. You know that oil that was in the 5 and the one that didn't have the oil? See, those that come down here with the oil, see, people really think them 10 virgins is that they did something when they got here. Oh, they were all this and that. They put all in there. Baby, no, they came here with it. See, Yeshua said something to the disciples. He said, blessed is he that understands the word, not the words, but he said the word and the parables. Why? Because when you understand the both, you understand the kingdom. Praise the mighty God. You see, this is what people don't have. And they don't have no respect to receive it no other way but the way of their heart and heart, the way of their eyes in their flesh, their ears in their flesh hears, and their eyes sees. And Yah has no problem with it, because the narrow way wasn't yesterday, it's today. It ain't gonna switch up, baby. It ain't gonna convert itself. The narrow gate is what he say the way is, just like the broad gate. It's gonna remain to the point where he had to pull up and enlarging hell. Do you think people get that? No, they don't. Over their heads. Why? Because this is swollen. The hearts are hard as wax. They can't grip spirit and truth. They can't carry a pen needle light, let known's the light, because it carries truth and righteousness that rests therein. Now, the reason why I say that If you got one side that's 95% racist and hateful, and then you got another one over here, the 5% racist and hateful. They're going to the same place, baby. Yes, they're going to the same place. You see, we don't have the respect for how he measured things. You see, we thinking that he's going to have to measure it the way we measure things here on the earth, because we want to see him only the way our flesh eyes want to see him. And even our fleshly mindset, along with that heart, want to believe him the way we want to. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's just your journey. That's your portion. So the purpose of me saying the racist and the hate is because when you get onto YouTube, you see the two. With me, I can measure it a little deeper. I would go 70-30. 70-30. You said the Europeans, the heathens and the Gentiles has a level of 70% hatred and racist. But Judah, oh Judah, the one in which the Father sent the prophetess in the midst. I am eligible to say you 30%. Your talk, your actions, your understanding, and your wisdom show up and show out. Oh, yes. When people can get on these platforms and make every issue a white and black thing, these are not people that has the ruach. Tell me, when did he say that he's going to come and make everything a white and black thing in this day? He turned his whole back from both of them. He said it. Even though he still got a stretched out arm to Israel, but yet an arm can't help them if his back is turned from them. Oh, they don't know nothing about that, Deborah. Be careful with your shade. They don't know nothing about that. They can't grip that. Well, So what he's saying to me today, I gripped it just like that. Many think that issues that's happening in the world today is only for a certain race of people. And the Father said to me, but Deborah, are you still in captivity? I said, yeah, Father. Wait a minute. Are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm still in captivity. I'm still in the land of my captor. Wait a minute, hold up. So think now. So if there is a hurricane, is it for the white or is it for the black? And I'm like, okay, check. Why? Because I'm getting this thing. I'm getting what he said. Because people get on these platforms and clown, because they are clowns. But it leads me to a place of understanding. They can have the sharp speech. They can have the pictures of AI. Anytime somebody dip into AI as a form of playing and using it and speaking to it, then you yourself ain't who you think you are. You who you are to the word, to those that are lost. But you got to include yourself as lost too. So when you look at this situation and you see people wanting to make the prophecies of Revelation only to remain on certain nationality of people, that's sick, y'all. That's sick. The issues we are in today is greater than a nationality. Ooh-wee. Father, if that's the only way they're willing to look at it, I can understand. Again, the gate is as narrow as he has said that it is. It's real. Because to me, if you're not entering into that gate that is narrow, then you lost with the cause and without. Because those are the ones that's going in, because they're gonna reach to the side of life. That's what the narrow gate holds. Life at the end of it. You see? So when you hear people talk about hurricane this and hurricane this, earthquake that, all of these things that was prophesied thousands of years ago was giving us some sort of insight of what's going to happen. Not truly the fullness, but somewhat. And we thinking that it's a race thing. We want Yah to be so racist. We want him to be so hateful and racist because we are. So a lot of people don't understand their own belief tries to drag Yah in it with them. You see? Now let me say an example. What he was saying to me, Deborah, when a hurricane comes, it's not looking for white or blacks. Anything that I have prophesied that's going to come regarding earthquakes and famine and pestilence, it is not looking for a nationality. Tell Judah it's coming for him as well. They can't get that. They won't get it. They won't receive it. They have no understanding, none whatsoever. And guess what? They are so 100 content. You cannot bring on and cover these disasters and not understand the spiritual aspect of it. Mm, mm, mm. You can see what they do is they leave y'all out of it and they place themselves in it. And then they make their own way of why this is what it is. Oh, it coming after them because they did this. Or it's going after them because they did this. This is not of the spirit of the Ruach. This is the spirit of a one's flesh that does not have the Ruach of Yah in the midst of them. Yah forbid to warn us that if we're going to have earthquakes in diverse places, we're going to have famine, pestilence. Deborah, where did I say it's going to be a black or white thing? What did I say it's going to be this nation and not that nation? But the way they are preaching and teaching to your swollen ears, that's so itchy, is the words in which you want to hear and feed off of in such a critical time as this, the midnight hour. So I'm listening to the Father. He say, what would make a person even think to apply a nation over another nation when these things are going on? What would make them what will make them take it out of the righteous way is when they don't have the Holy Spirit in them, the righteous one that has to cut into all this, even the books that they're reading and leading and being guided by. The Ruach got to step into it. Why? Because it's been smeared. It's been tampered with. Misleading. So he has to come. Not that he did not know it would be. He felt that it needed to be. The Most High, y'all said, Deborah, it need be. Because they rather believe a lie than a truth. So how must I stop them from tampering and smearing it? They ain't going to believe the truth, no way. They rather hear the lie and clamp on to it and live by it than to take on truth. So as he was dealing with me on that, he was explaining to me that's any and everything, Deborah. any and everything. It's not going to be a nation over here and a nation over here separate that's separate from the plagues I'm going to pour out. See, what we got being up and being down was we're trying to connect Exodus 1 in Exodus in the old with the Exodus to come. We've been up, we've been down. You can't compare. I keep trying to tell you all. They preach it, they teach it, they minister it, they instilled it in y'all, and let it be to y'all, to those who eats that type of food. When it has no connection, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. Because the plagues of Pharaoh went to Pharaoh. Woo-wee, Father, no, you ain't finna go there. And his people. Today, you didn't see the switch up of the right hand, did you? Of the Father. He said, see, Deborah, they want to connect it, and they all off balance. They all out of truth. They have no righteous in it. They're teaching, they're preaching, they understand it. Nothing. Because you ain't going to even be able to compare the two. Because Judah and Israel, Judah, you got to suffer this time. This time it ain't coming to the United States, to China, and to Russia. It's coming to you as well. He said, tell them, I know it's been smeared and wiped in here, but to have the Ruach where the truth rests therein, you still going to remain lost on your journey. I said, coming in curse, going out curse. So that means you're going to escape the plagues, the pestilence, the earthquakes in diverse places? No, you're not. You ain't getting away with nothing either. Because the judgment that's on the world, yeah, I want you to know it's on you too. That's why he said, I will visit the house first. And the house running around here saying it's because of the Europeans and Eden and and United States. Baby, let me tell you something. Why is it when it rains on the righteous as well as the unrighteous? When the sun is shining on the righteous as well as the unrighteous. Somebody need to talk to me. Lost with a cause and without in such a critical time as this. So he was just sharing these things with me. You think I was caught up in what he was saying? I got caught up in it when he said it to me. These things of the world don't even faze me. But when the Ruach come in me and tell me, well, I'll be like, I didn't do that. It wasn't me. It was Deborah. I'm just showing you what's going on, what's being said. Or you beholding. I said, yeah, I seen it. I know what you're talking about. He know I know what he's talking about. But I like the way he clam on top of it because it's the truth of the whole matter. You're going to come in curse. You're going to leave out curse. So therefore, you curse to the end of why you own this earth. Not on this earth, but in this land. So when we want to apply that the hurricane is for one people or it's the judgment for the other people, you better take that hand like this and make sure that thumb is pointing right at you. The shorter end is at you. So that means it has to hit you first and them second. Hello. Oh, no, Deborah, they don't want to go there. The narrow gate is real. And being a prophetess in the wilderness, no one never thought about the wilderness and what it is. Oh, no, they don't know. Because the only way they know what the wilderness is based on the way they were taught. They never knew who was the one over that power in that wilderness. Who was showing up and showing out in that wilderness. Who prepared the wilderness for Israel? See, they don't know nothing about you, Father. They don't know nothing about you. And that the place that you was leading Israel was the place you know they were going to end up at because you know they wasn't entitled to the promised land at that time. See, we've been up and we've been down. And we've been all around because we think we got him messed up. We keep on trying to put the Most High in the line of the flesh. We refuse to take him as spirit and as truth. We refuse to take him to be the I am, all power, the one that sits on the throne, the one that rules, controls everything. Oh no, we don't want to take him there. We want to put him below where we at. And so we can say that he has to understand it and get it the way we say it is. So he was just dealing with me, and he was saying to me about how that the sickness, how deep the messages on YouTube and all these other platforms is getting, because the hate is real out here, y'all. The hate, you can tell the hate, because anytime you can tell somebody a storm affecting one people versus the other, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, you didn't wrap the power and the will of the Father and his prophecies. You done turned them and flipped them all kind of ways and made it the way you know your people want to hear it. What did Yeshua say? Who is my mother? Who is my father? I get you. Salute that bad boy. Who is my brother? Who is my sister? Ha! I say that today. We cannot take the prophecies and steer them in the order of what we feeding people unless we are also walking in the broad gate, and this is our mission, to show them the way that way. You see, one thing I learned about that narrow gate, it's just like everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. That's how I see the narrow gate, you guys. Everyone want to say, oh, I have the Holy Spirit. I got it. I got it. I got it. But you know what? I'm just so grateful that y'all got it for real. I'm so grateful to understand before the foundation of the world why you got it, he had it. So where are you at? Yes. Yes. See, that's what they can't understand, that type of power. What you mean? You can't get it. While you got it, he had it. Now where are you at? Yeah. See, that's what they don't understand, because the power that's in the kingdom had it already orchestrated on the earth. If you are his and if you're not. So this thing about, oh, I got it, I'm that, oh, you're going to be that. Be you in that flesh, because that's about it. That's your portion. But all this stuff about what's happening is because Yah is punishing these people, sit your clown tails down. I sat back and I tried to explain, and I saw it going into the one mindset out of the next. That this here fire that's kindled is burning my tail. It's burning me. But thank be to the Most High Yah, who was in the fire furnace with the 3 Hebrew boys. Is he not in there with me? Oh, Father Yah, I see where you taking this. Burn me up. Burn me till I am refined and I'm all that you want me to be. So no, I'm not going to apply things that's happening in this country elsewhere. I think it's the best thing to do is get the full understanding of what is taking place out of the viewpoint of Yah. Oh, they don't want that though, Deborah. They want to go on YouTube. They want to go on YouTube. They want to go on pages. Oh no, they want to go on Instagram, Facebook. Always looking for a clown that's selling tickets so you can get a couple. You know, truth be told, ain't now what I'm doing nothing but clowning in the circus. And every time they clown, you go back and get the next ticket. And then you clowning yourself in the broad gate. All these things in which is taking place, we have to look at it and glorify Yah. We got to look at it and say, Father Yah, Father Yah, oh Father, oh Father. Check. because ain't nobody gonna be able to control nothing that's being done on the earth outside of he that's in the heaven. See, we want to make it look like we can talk about they did. Yeah, they doing a whole bunch of things. But how is you applying it to you? How? Because Yah will use what they are doing to refine you, to sharpen you, to prepare you. But if you ain't getting what's going on, you getting a lie in which your flesh want to hold up and desire. That's why nobody can lead nobody no more. That's not why nobody can guide no one anymore. It's because they had decided, hey, these itchy ears are out here. They out here big time. Woo-wee, we can give them anything, and they ready to rumble. And it's 100% true. People are content with lies instead of measuring everything. And the reason why Sister Deborah is speaking on this is because the Spirit of the Most High was speaking to me on it. He knew I wasn't caught up in no hurricane. Matter of fact, I don't even know where it's going, where it went, and where it's going to be. I heard today, Tennessee, I think you say Tennessee and Florida. I'm thinking. I think that's what I heard. But outside of that, I'm not caught up from the floor from what I know that right hand has a part in. See, if he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world, I'm going to trust in what he taught me, not what somebody else going to come up and say that it is. After he done told me, wait a minute, Deborah, like it is in heaven. They too sick in the mind of their flesh to know. Heaven's got to write it out and write it in before it can come to the earth. But see, they don't know his power like that. And they don't want to know his power like that. They want to think that he's creating earthquakes for the Europeans. They want to believe, oh, over there, it's because they did this, they did this. So when it hits you, what you gonna say? It's already hitting you because you can start lying already. So it is hitting you. Tell the people the truth. We have to know Yah in his right hand and in his stretched out arm. See, the problem is nobody know that power. They don't know who the power is. They don't know who the power was. And they don't know who the power is going to be, even though he prophesied. They rather give it and place it to someone else than to say, well, wait a minute, this right hand I'm looking at. This stretched out of this right hand and stretched out arm of the Most High. Y'all doing this. David said it. Solomon said it. Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Jacob. I don't know if I ain't heard. I think I might have heard Abraham, but they knew that there was a right hand. Hold up. Who has said that, Deborah? Satan said it. I mean, why do Satan have to know that the right hand of the Father is all his power? But then the people on this earth don't know a rat's behind about his right hand, nor his stretched out arm. Let me tell you what. When Nebuchadnezzar put the 3 Hebrew boys in that furnace fire, and he knew it was hot, somebody died on the outside. That's how hot it was. But when he put it in there, what did he say? Hold up. Deborah, they didn't catch it, Deborah. They never got it. Well, I'm finna give it to you now in the year of 2024. Nebuchadnezzar say, wait a minute, hold up. Didn't we put 3? Wait a minute. I see another. When the Nebuchadnezzar said he looked in and he saw another one, looks like the son of Yah. Who's he talking about? That power. Ooh-wee! He wasn't talking about the son of man. He was talking about the son of Yah. The son of man wasn't on the scene. But they don't get that, Deborah. It's go over their head. Nebuchadnezzar said, hold up. Didn't we put 3? Ain't nothing touching them. What's going on? That power in there with them. Oh. But the world today don't know nothing about that power like that. They don't understand that same power yesterday is what stands today. They haven't tried the power. They don't know him at his power, at his right hand, at his stretched out arm. They don't know him like that. They know him based on the way they want to know him. And that's pretty much it. So they don't know him at all. That's why their travel is through the broad gate and not the narrow, which is the way. Okay? Okay. So as one understand, when I think I was in between 16 and 18, and I saw that, I said, hold up, hold up, hold up. He said he's seeing something in there. That was that power. Keeping them Hebrew boys from being burnt up. What you mean, Deborah? Even the fire got to stand down. When Yah's in the midst. You see? Even the fire has to stand down when Yah's in the midst. But then they kill the soldiers that put them in. Then they kill them on the outside. Well, what's going on in the inside? It's that power. That's what we need to be talking about today. Instead of all this horse mess. We need to be giving glory and honor and exalting the power of the right hand and the stretched out hand of the Most High Yah in what he is allowing to come to pass, as he said that would in the end days. Now we want to glory, put it and apply it to certain nations. No. No. Because the same thing happened there. It's happening right now. Okay, tell you what. Let me say an example. So what's happening in our community? We building up, ain't we, y'all? We building up. We doing good in our community. So you see how you can't measure one without measuring the other? When you start to see the things that's, how would you say it, being established in your community, and it looks like you moving up, you getting this, things are being done. But if you don't see nothing going on in your community, why are you taking a tragedy, not a tragedy, but an action of the Most High Yah and apply it to one nation without even looking in your own nation to see what's going on? Oh, you can't do that, can you? That's one thing I learned. Judith is not going to be teaching Judith. Judith is not going to be informing Judith of spirit and truth, nor of righteous. Judith refused to tell Judith anything that is detached to the Most High Yah, even his power, his right hand, who he is. You know, they're not going to teach Judith. And what I also come to understand, this too is the will of Yah, that they be lost with the cause and without one, because they're not going to see anything. And it is his will that it be that way. Because I'm sitting back in this end days watching the prophecies with greater power on top of it taking place. And Judith is putting it everywhere except for where they need to put it. In the one that created it all. This country is already falling. Can anybody see it? No. This country been falling. Now, like I told you, the year 2004 is when I saw that they had sold out this country. That was in the year 2004. Okay. And then that's when it really got worse. So when that 2008, when they took them homes, then another 3 years when they did that 9/11. I'm saying, wait a minute, they gone. Yep, they've been gone, Deborah. So it's probably been longer than that. United States been sold out. Why they gonna give you some money? Why are they gonna give you some money to fix up something when the wrath of Yah's tearing it out? What time do y'all think it is? What time are you looking at? See, that's why your hearts are not right. Because you're looking all over here thinking everything gonna be established and it's gonna get like this. No. This country done sold this country out a long time ago. That means that they already been to the bargain table and said this is the way it's going to go. Ain't no Biden, Trump, all of them was at the bargain table. They wasn't at the bargain table because the ones that goes to the table are more 100% powerful than Trump and Biden and Kamala. They are ants compared to the people that goes to the bargain table. They set the whole thing up. So y'all going, and this year you're gonna have you all gonna clown. Give the people something to look at, to focus on. And the people out here clowning and focusing on all this. And when they should have took this year election and boycott. But would they do that now? Mm-mm. They built up of the world. The world can't turn away from the world, y'all. And anybody that support it in the ways that it is going and it is conducting themselves, they can't even come out of it. It's just no way out. They can't seem to find a way out. And they're not going to find a way out. The world loves its own. Okay. And all right. But yeah, it's just that it's not going to, he's not about to turn things and flip things for us. So you got people thinking, well, they're not giving this, they're not giving this, or this person doing this and this person doing that. When you finish saying who's doing what, that's why I tell you at the beginning, and I shall rest therein. I mean that. I'm gonna rest in the bosom of the Father, because I know ain't nowhere else to rest. I'm gonna rest in him and listen to his spiritual heartbeat. Tell me what I need to know while still residing here on the earth. Let me see what this here individual is saying here. Okay, but yes, he's so just. He is so just in his ways, in his way, what he was, what he is, and what he's going to be. A lot of the things that's actually taking place, I really kind of embraced the prophecies also that has been spoken in Revelation. Being so, he taught me that, Deborah, they're not going to come like you see them. It's written. It's going to come in a different form, and I like that. As a matter of fact, I really like that, because he didn't have to tell me that. The Most High did not have to warn me that the prophecies are coming, but they're coming not the way we read it, but the way heaven has wrote it. Woo! See, I told you, he got that stuff rolled in and they got it rolled out. We down here clowning, thinking we gonna make it be the way we say it is. And then when we see the prophecies come to pass, we won't take it at face value. Oh, this is what he was speaking of. Oh no, we wants to make it about a race thing. We want to make it, oh, he doing it to them. He doing it to them. And here I come bringing my crazy old tale along, telling you that I'm getting tried by the fire. And then y'all standing around like cockeyed, like, hey, don't know a rat's behind what's going on. So if I'm not ashamed, nor am I embarrassed, nor will I reject and not say that the judgment of the Most High Yah is on the earth and his fire is lit and I am tried by the fire. What part you don't get? What you don't have? Because it has to be him in you. I was telling the Father the other day, surely this endurance and long suffering is going to be needed. I'm going to need that. He said, that's why I gave it to you. That's what you need. It's no shame in my game. I'm going to tell it like it is. The judgment of the Most High Yah is on the earth and his fire is kindled. Not kindled, it's lit. And he's going to try each and every last one of us by the fire. But we say, oh, no, not us. We too holy. We did it. You go on, walk in that broad gate if you want to. And what are you saying, Deborah? His fire trying us didn't mean the Europeans, the heathens and Gentiles. It meant Sister Deborah too. How about that? How about that? See, I'm not ashamed to tell that right hand and that stretched out arm and what it has orchestrated before the foundation of the world and what it has plans for as we continue this journey. I love the idea that he's trying me by the fire, because I know after the fire, we got to get up out of here. I got to go 6 foot under or go on over there to the promised land. One or the other. And you know what? Either or, it's all right with me, because what I learned, child, this is what I learned. And a lot of times you all have not seen me, because the Father been dealing with me greatly on how to embrace the things that you can't teach, you can't preach, because it can't change in the people that I have not given it to. You see? And the more he tells me that, it more I can kind of see the picture more clearer and clearer and clearer for what it is. You know, I can see it more clearer and clearer. That narrow gate, it's real. It's real. So don't go around telling people the prophecies is for one nation and not for all people. The prophecy is for all. It's not for you. And it's just where I realize Israel. I ain't gonna say Israel, because Israel ain't the one hollering. It's Judah. What I realized where Judah was sick is when Judah does not tend to understand anything. Now, if they understood some things, then yeah. But it's like they don't understand anything. You mean we that bad? Yeah. Yeah. You think you on that cursed ride for nothing? Don't understand nothing. Don't care to understand it. So what I was reading the other day, and then as I was reading it, and then the Ruach was also showing me something that was it's not really something I should even be teaching right now, but because it was so powerful about how when he chose Israel as his people, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was in for. The Most High knew what he was in for. Heaven knew it. Heaven didn't just know how Judah is when he sent me down here. He knew Judah was what Judah was when he said, go here, you're going to be a servant in the midst of Judah. He already knew who Judah was. So it's almost to the point where you ain't going down there to change Judah. You ain't going down there to tell Judah something to wake him up. You ain't going down there to show the light to Judah. You ain't going down there. You going down there to represent me as a servant. But this Judah, I knew who he was before. And it's not a he or she thing, but I knew who he was. We're calling it as a tribe. I knew who he was when he left the kingdom. And I chose Judah and Israel because I knew who they were. So now you know who they are. You're down in the midst of them. I knew them before you was even in the midst. That's why I'm constantly telling you, Deborah, these things need be. These people are like this. Because I like to take the worst to show my power in. So when he chose them, he knew that they was the worst. That's why I don't have no shame. I don't have no problem saying Judah is the worst of the worst. I don't have no problem. Israel, I don't have no problem saying that. Why? Because I realize that people get the King James Bible and they hold so dear to it to where they don't know nothing they reading. The Father been dealing with me as well, and this is lately on. You see how they read that book? Can't even proceed it. They read it, but can't even proceed it. They can't even understand it, even in the midst of them reading it. You got bishops, pastors, prophets, teachers, Maureen, seers, watchmen, prophets, prophetess, everybody teaching that out of that book, and they got it all wrong. I said, Father, that's pretty deep. All wrong. He said, all wrong. just as they got themselves wrong. Heaven got it right. They got it wrong, baby. Deborah, heaven got it right. They got it wrong. And until heaven give it to those that he has chosen before the foundation of the world to be his servant, they got it wrong. They got this book wrong. Even what they reading, they are wrong. They're not even reading it in the order of even what it said. They're not reading it. Let me give you an example. It was said something in Deuteronomy 28. You're going in curse and you're coming out curse. What do that mean? They still don't get it. They trying to break out of the curse while they're in the curse. See it, the Most High God. Oh, Father, where you going with that one? Wait a minute, hold up. Where you going with that one? Let me say that again. They trying to break out of a curse that they're in. While they're in the curse, guess what Judah trying to do? Trying to break out of the curse. How are they trying to do that when they can flip this here study guide upside down and make it say what they want to say and mislead people? And the people will believe what they say then to read it for themselves and see, wait a minute, these people lying. Because in this book, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is how I learned this at a very young age. And when I say young, this was when I was a teenager. It can say yes, but the pastor say no. The bishop can say up. It says up, but the book says down. You see what I'm saying? The teachers, the moorings, the watchmen, all of them, they can say light and the book is saying dark. And then you're wondering, well, wait a minute, it's because he's saying, Deborah, they don't even go by the book that they slamming across everybody's head. Now, he told me this a while back, but he mentioned it to me lately. And I'm like saying, I noticed that because I can't seem to understand why are they saying things that it's not saying? How is it they can't even comprehend the book that you gave them to be as a study guide and a learning tool? They can't even comprehend it. But Deborah, I work with the worst of the worst. I knew what I was getting into. And the only way the world's going to see me for who I am is when they see me convert the worst of the worst. So a lot of times, he say, they thinking that people are thinking that these people are seeing Judah to be a certain people. Judah has showed his tail out to be as ugly as they see them to be. Why? Because that's what Yah is allowing Judah. Because Judah has been like that with Yah. And nobody would own that thing. Judah has been the same way. Israel too. But Judah has been the same way. I'm talking about the tribe that he put me in the mess. Judah has been the same way since the beginning of time. Said the Most High Yah. So he said in Ezekiel 36, so I'm going to disperse them, the tribes, according to their ways and their doings. I'm sending them to the country that's like unto them. So that's why you got your tail over here, Judah. And this is why you getting whooped with your own self, because this is you. When you can reach that level of what I just said, that's how you move to the next step in Yah. And right now, Yah ain't in the process of moving nobody nowhere. It is what it is. He said, it is finished. Because they didn't hear me. They ain't going to hear you. When Yeshua came, they what did they do? Let's kill him. Because I had no idea. And I'm like saying, but it's not broke down like that, is it? He said, it's not in there. But he said, the moment he was crucified, Judah went feasting and partying, celebrating. When he told me that, I was like, oh my, Israel. That's what they did. The Jews. And here they standing here, we the true Jews. Why didn't you, if you knew you represent Yah and you supposed to be the true Jews, why ain't one time y'all stood up and did what was right? Why haven't Judah stood up and did what was right? Why? But he says he's representing the Most High Yah. But yet, what have you done to say that the world need to treat you better than you even treat yourself? Than you even treat your family? You treat your husband. You treat your wife. You treat your children. So why do the world owe you more? And you ain't even learned how to owe each other respect and honor. Lost with the cause and without. So he said, you know, Deborah, I'm going to do a work in the people that I call mine. Do you think I'm afraid, or you think I won't cancel them out? Many going to get canceled out. Many. And don't think. And at that point, when he was dealing with me on that, it was almost like I knew who they were before they came down. Because I knew that who they were. I already checked. He already had checked the box off. These people going to be ugly. They're not going to be ugly to me per se only. They're going to be rotten to me and ugly to me. Disobedient, stiff-necked rebellion. Won't follow no commandments, won't follow no laws, won't follow nothing that I give them. This is the type of people I'm going to choose, Deborah. Because I love dealing with the worst of the worst. And this is where the world is going to see him for who he is. Once he is able to put a hand on Judah and refine and turn Judah upside down in Mount Zion, not in your land of your captives. So stop thinking that when you see these storms, this is because these heathens doing this. Don't let nobody make a fool out of you. They dying like you dying. I've went to 2 funerals this week. I got another one tomorrow. I went to one yesterday. And let me tell you, the reason why I went to the one yesterday, because the one I went to prior that Monday, or the Monday before, no, the Monday, one of them weeks, they text me on my phone, a friend. Everybody knew me and her was best friends in elementary and in high school. Everybody knew we were. They just let me know her oldest daughter died of cancer. I said, you know what? I ain't seen her in 28, 30 years. I'm going to show up. And all that was in me, you guys, is she's going to be so glad. She's going to be so excited. This is what I'm thinking. All of a sudden, my son said, Mom, you're supposed to be at a funeral today. I said, no, it's tomorrow. He said, nope, it's today. I looked at her. I had to get ready. I had to get ready to go to the funeral. Oh, no, I didn't. Because I had told them that I was going to show up and surprise her. And I think they were going also because they wanted to see her shocked to see me, because they know that when we went to school, that her and I was best friends, and they was thinking that they're going to be, I'm looking at it delighted, the fact that when she see me pull up, because I don't go to nothing nobody have. But lately I've been going to a lot of funerals of many people that I went to school with. And the one I got tomorrow is a young man went to high school. So I went to her funeral. I made it on time. And I sat there and I talked to my other classmates that I went to school with and graduate. They were there. And this one young man that's on my Facebook, him and I stay in touch all the time on Facebook. And he was there, Maurice. We just sitting around, and I said, "Where is uh, uh, um, Kevin? Where is Kevin?" They said, "Deborah, what are you talking about, Kevin?" They said, "We don't know Kevin. The one, the baby that's in the daughter, Loren's daughter that's in the casket. His her father. Y'all don't know him. See, they didn't know them, and they said, Deborah, you the one hung out with her. We don't know her. We don't know nobody. She." And I'm like, "Oh, oh." So when I did see him, I went. He said, "Deborah." Oh, he was so glad to see me. He was so glad to see me, and he told me she ain't coming. I said, "Kevin, don't come on now, Kevin." He said, "No, Deborah, she ain't coming. You know Lori." I said, "No, don't, no, not Lori." I said, "Kevin, she really gone then, ain't she?" He said, I said, "She never got it right, Kevin." He said, "She didn't even show up to her own daughter's funeral." I'm telling you, this world is gone. And I've been waiting for this day so I can surprise her. 28, 30 years, maybe a little longer than that since the last time I saw her. And sister didn't even show up at her daughter's funeral. Now, let me tell you who Lorianne is. Lorianne was a young lady in elementary, and she started the high school, but she dropped out in her freshman year in high school. But in elementary, she was the smartest. She was the straight A honor all the way through. I think I met her at third grade all the way through. And not only that, Lorianne was, I would say, and I'm pretty sure everybody else would say it too, she was the prettiest girl in the whole elementary. She was the prettiest girl in the whole elementary. And she had so much going for herself, you guys. Sharp as a whip, smart. Even when her first year in high school, she did good, but she dropped out, never did graduate. And after then, she had got on a lot of drugs and went out there and did a lot of things. And people always used to say, Deborah, stay away from her. She ain't the Lori you used to know. Stay away. I said, she don't do that. No, she ain't like that. Y'all, no, don't say that about her, you know. And all those years, that's what I was asking Kevin. I said, Kevin, she never got out of it. She never. Let me tell you what Lorianne did, y'all. Lorianne left Kevin, divorced Kevin, and she married this police, his brother. Oh, he was so nice. He just treated her so nice. And he went out and he bought her a Camaro. And they went riding. They went to the Gateway Arch. This is what she told me. And they went riding, and him and her got in an argument. And I think she said he was telling her how to drive the car as far as, not just speed. He had bought her this Camaro. And I'm like, okay. She went home that night, and he decided to come later. He told her to go on, and he came in later, and it was like a couple of hours later. At that time, she heated. She mad. For whatever reason, she's mad. Do you know what she did? Lorianne. She took some gasoline out of the garage, poured it on this man, and set him on fire. I mean, set him on fire. And I said, Lorianne, he was so good to you. Why would you do something like that? She said, Deborah, I don't know. I do a lot of stupid things. And I think back when everybody said, Deborah, stay away from Lorianne. So I wanted to say this here. People don't change, you guys. So don't look for people to do about face. And with that being said, Sunday I have a meeting with my children here at the house, and I'm wanting to be able to touch base with them without bringing in the word of Yah. And the Spirit of the Most High said to me, "How you going to do that?" He said, "How you going to do that?" I said, "I'm going to talk to them about what is taking place and how to prepare and give them the warning of what is going on in society and how they are blind to a lot of things because everybody's pretty much going on their little way. Everybody is thinking that, oh, yeah, ain't nothing no different. Everything's good. And I don't know if y'all know this, but you got 99.9 of people running around here thinking all is well. And this sister prophetess in the wilderness telling, hey, y'all, he tried me by the fire. Oh, I'm being tried by the fire. And everybody over here having themselves Wayne, they ain't do the time in their own life, in their own mindset, in their own hearts, in their own interpretation of any and everything. And I'm like, okay, Father, I'm just so grateful to be tried by the fire because I said, oh, you getting me refined for something. You getting me ready for something, most high, y'all. You get me ready for something. But I'm going to have a meeting with them. And the Father asked me, how you going to do that? With your help, Father. Because I'm going to try to do it because let me tell y'all why. Instead of me just speaking to them the word, I'm going to speak to them in a way of the way the world is set. And he was saying to me, the way the world is seeing things. I want to talk to them about putting up things. I want to talk to them about stocking and weapons and things of that nature. Why? I have the Ruach in me. I can't say that for my children. You know how Job, you see how Job was? He running out here burning up all these his stock, his animals every day for the sins of his children. I'm not going to burn them nothing. They're going to burn their own stock. But honestly, they're not doing what Job's children were doing. They ain't nowhere near that. But I want to deal with them on that level of informing them of where we are at. And the Father asked me in the kitchen, how you going to do that without bringing them into the biblical standpoint and into the word? Meaning telling them what they read is giving them the warning and then giving them the word as the word in me give unto them. So I don't know how the Father's going to do it, but he know I'm counting on him. And I just got to sit down and also write a list of things that I want to talk about and then hear the voice of the Most High Yah tell me how to get on top of each thing that I want to talk about, how to stand on top of what I want to talk about. The reason why is because I realized that the gate in which you're walking in the direction to the narrow is not for any and everybody. Okay. A lot of people really think that, and most people think that everybody is going to enter into his rest for eternal. And they have no idea, and nor do they care. It is stuck in them. The ways of everybody is in them. And what he wore out to me today was that I taught you, this is what he said, I've taught you that the children shall always be the lineage of that father. You got people telling people, the fake ooze and many others, saying the children are the seed of the mother. I don't know where they're getting that trash, but it's okay. It's okay for them to have that mindset because it's over. He ain't finna turn around and take the bent nor the crooked and make it straight. That's what he wants me to let you know. Ain't no coming to make you straight. If you ain't straight, you ain't gonna be straight. Okay, so where you at? Because too much, y'all have sent too many and too much information out to where people still look right today, still today looking for that good message, still today seeking to find someone saying something that they want to hear, not even understanding you already heard it. It's what you did after you heard it. You see, that's what they don't understand, but they ain't going to, because it's not meant for them to understand. It's not meant. It's a lot of things in the instructions and direction book that leads you all over the place. But one thing that does not lead you all over the place is that there is going to be a eternal heaven and a eternal lake of fire. Who's qualified for the lake of fire? Who's qualified for the kingdom of heaven's eternal? Who's qualified? What people believe, let me explain to y'all. They truly believe everybody's going. Everybody's going. It don't matter what, no matter what. We all gonna wake up. Even if we dead, we gonna wake up. We all going to the kingdom. And that's how the heathens and Gentiles and Europeans think as well. Nobody's looking at right and wrong, righteous and unrighteous, just and unjust. No one is looking at light and dark, evil and good. No one's looking at none of that. They just looking at, if he's going to be anything and it's someplace after this, we all going. That's the mindset of people today, y'all. All of them are going. And this is why that gate is real. And I'm so grateful that he's standing tall and firm on that narrow gate. You want me to tell you how tall and firm he's standing on the narrow gate? He didn't say it number once. He, just like he said, come out of her, he ain't said it number once. You see, because he knows already who's going through the narrow gate. He knows already if you're going to come out from among her. He already know. You think he don't sit and tell you, please come out, please, please, please come out from among her. Please don't go. No, he ain't. Because heavens already know you ain't going to come out. The narrow gate, oh, and Deborah, I already know. They ain't going to go that way. So that's why I don't have to keep repeating about the narrow gate. I had said it once. Matthew, Luke, John, and Mark, they got it. But they got it when I said it once, and that was it. Because it's not meant to keep drilling something that I know already is not going to affect people or make a difference, because no one cares the way. That's the heart of people. And people who have that type of heart, and nor do they care less, it's already in the broad gate. So they don't want to switch over here to the narrow gate or think second regarding the narrow gate. They like it right where it's at. And y'all, it's not he ain't about to make no crooked, no bent, straight. It's over. It's finished. Heaven's already took care of all that before the foundation of the world. And in this day and time is the judgment, the fire, the plagues, and all of the things that's happening is what you see. I believe I spoke on Euphrates River drying up, and there's the battle. We know it's a battle that's going to destroy a lot of people. So we know that there is something that's dealing with the war that's going to take out a lot of people. We don't know which end is coming, and I could care less. You know, I'm more caught up in, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do, Father? What must you have me to do? What must you have me to say? Just let me be the mouthpiece that always have a sparkle of light on the earth. Because what I see, no one gives a rat behind if there's no light on the earth. All they care about is a bunch of darkness that gives them likes and subscribers, that gives them the support that they need to keep doing what they're doing. They don't care if it's no righteous in it, no upright, no just, no light, no spirit and truth. They don't care about all of that. That means nothing. You see, and it's never, it's and the thing about it, when you hear people saying, oh, the Father has shown me that we're about to prosper and he's about to bless us and give us the things we never had before. When you hear people saying that, and you got a lot of our people starting pages with that. And they go a long ways. They go a long ways. Because why? These are the type of spirit people that's looking and seeking and itchy ears to hear those type of messages so they can continue doing what they're doing and think and feel that y'all's about to give them or bless them or allow them to buy a home or to he's going to give you this and he's going to give you all of that and you ain't turned nothing over to him. Oh no. But that's the mindset of the itchy ears and those who's out here really wanting to hear what they want to hear. Let them hear it. Let them hear it and embrace it, hold firm to it, because that's your portion. Is what you allowing to spill over in your ear, because it's getting to your inner man, where your heart. That's how your heart become hardened, because so you so used to hearing things that that makes you not pleasant, but pleasing in your flesh, to where you think, oh, nah, that's right. Now that's what that person says, right? That's right. That's right. Right for your flesh. So that's about right. Many things that's taking place. I sit back and I watch how it is so easy, you guys. It is so easy for them to uh, make us, not they ain't making us, for them to put us out as a people, as a tribe. And I can now understand where he said you're going to be hated. And when he said you're going to be hated for my name's sake, I like that, because he's letting you know, back to what I said, he chose you, the worst of the worst. So if he chose you to be his as the worst of the worst, it's for his name's sake and not so much as yours. Judith has this thing about me, mine. I see people who coming from uh, among many people that is teaching, preaching, leading people by great numbers, and then you see people fall away from them. But the people don't understand, when you fall away from that tree, you are the tree itself. Why? Because when you for so long has worshiped an individual and gave that individual all righteous, all light, all upright, and then once you fall from the tree, now you want to identify that the tree ain't all that you made it to be, that you made it to be to everyone. You see? So when you fall from it, that means that you're no different than that tree, because you helped that tree be the tree that it is. Many of our people do not understand that. When you make a tree what it is because you was on that left side, on that right side to support that tree to get as green and big as it is. And once it get that green and it's get that big, then the moment you fall away from the tree, you start to talk about what the tree was doing that wasn't right, wasn't just, wasn't upright. But guess what? Yah has already allowed your life to be like unto the tree itself, because the tree didn't get to be the tree that it is without you on the left or the right side of it. And just because you fell away or you fell from the tree don't mean nothing. You still the tree itself. That is including everything in life, in living. Everything. You be partaker in something and you've been in it for so long, and the moment someone says something or they do something to you or whatever, you fall from that tree. Guess what? You are no different than that tree itself, because the tree got to where it is because you being on the left and on the right, or on the right. And what Yah is saying, people are gripping these trees, detaching themselves, hanging from it, believing it, eating from it, feeding from it, trusting it, giving it its all. The moment you fall, no, you're going to fall alone. And the times that you're going to try to get away from that tree, you ain't going to be able to get away from the tree, because the tree going to be living in you, because Yah has suffered it too. Because for so long, the tree wasn't The reason why the tree got to be the tree that it is because you were hanging there on it to support it. And that's what a lot of people don't, and they're not going to get. It ain't Yah's will that they do. But I tell you this, as I said it before, heaven's eternal heaven or the eternal lake of fire is as real as the narrow gate. Okay. And what I mean by that is, say, for instance, we throw the Bible away, we throw away the ideal of the Holy Spirit or whatever. When you finish, that's going to be hardcore. That's going to stand. That's your eternal destiny. That's where you're going to really feel it, either in the kingdom or in the lake of fire. You're going to feel it where you're at. Okay. So those are the eternal. And we can make it down here any way we want to. But we should be able, today, even I say a child, 12, now let's say 10 and older, up to a person 120 years old, should be able to look in the mirror and know and say to themselves, what direction am I going in? If I have to live, if I'm living today, I'm in the mirror. Am I going this way or am I going that? You know what some people thinking? People thinking it's Yah's choice. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. He's already chosen it for you. It's the living that you're doing on the earth. It's your living that matches your destiny. That's where you're going. It's your living that's matching your destiny. That's which way you're going. So you can look in the mirror. Whether you know your instructions and direction book, your Bible or not, you should be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself, if it had to end today, am I ready to go in the direction in which I have conducted myself on the earth? And when you said conducting yourself, which way, please, Yah? Which way? It'll be a hard thing to do. You know why? Because you'll sit in the mirror knowing that you ain't done nothing to serve nor to represent Yah. But yet, somebody done taught you to believe that your keys is in the kingdom already next to the throne of Yah. And the living that you're living has no connection to Yah himself. Your heart is not even the heart of a creator. And the thing about it also is having him in you. 99.9 can't look in the mirror today and say, I have him in me. And when you say, if you say he's in you, what are you saying? I have all the works. I have the fruits of the Spirit. You see? I represent him. It's no way you're going to be able to look in the mirror and say that, because you know it will be a lie. But this is how people are living to make it to the next day, the next day, the next day, and the next day. Is to keep saying to themselves, I don't have to look in the mirror to know where. I know he's a merciful, he's gracious, and he did. I know I'm going. Oh, you know it. It's good you know it. It's good you know it. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of what was said. Appreciate everybody in the live chat. And I will say, like I say, I've been here today. Look here, you guys. I've been in the, I guess it was the hospital, colonoscopy. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I had to have one of those done. And let me tell you, I put it off for 7 years, you guys. And the same thing I'm going to talk to my children about is keeping up with all of their health issues, or if they have any, get their bodies checked out. Because these are the sort of things you need to stay on. Not to say you should go every month or every year, but stay on that, because without a doubt, while you're looking for a hurricane and you're looking for politics, you're looking for Biden and Trump, you're looking for 2025, when it's said and done, whatever happens, it's going to cut off everything that you might need. If somebody have a problem with their stomach, or they have a problem with their eye, or do you have something for everything? And not so much, it's not, I can say for everything, preparing. Because I believe without a doubt, the worst is heading our way. I think the worst is heading our way. And that's why I'm so grateful to be tried by the fire. Because it can't get no hotter than this. That which he has already allowed me to go through the fire. And I'm in the fire. But yet, no, in the fire, he's with me just like he was the Hebrew Israelite. He's helping me to uphold what he put in me, which is that in long suffering and that endurance. So my whole ideal to you, as I'm going to speak to my children this Sunday, prepare food for yourselves, weapon of some sort if you have to take training. Now, the reason why, I'm going to explain that to you, is because that same thing I just told you about the hurricane, everybody looking one way, and they don't even see the things that's coming. But I, Sister Deborah, see the things coming. And I say unto you, it's not going to be pretty. It ain't meant to be pretty. So if you ain't had the fire, y'all ain't brought the fire on you, you going to get it, baby. You ain't going to escape it. I know many are telling you the hurricanes is for these people, and these, baby, it's all for all. When y'all brought out this judgment, pestilence, earthquakes, these hurricanes, he didn't say it's for a certain nation. I don't know why people won't grip that, but they're not going to, because you got 99.9 that would tell you it's for that reason. Not, I'm talking about Judah. I'm not, Europeans don't know what's going on. They still think they got the first and the last say so. They don't understand their country sold them out. So when they come to understand that their country is no longer a country and they are not who they think they are, they're not going to have the privileges that they once had. They're coming for you too. This is what's going to be messed up, y'all. Watch this. When they set up for the immigrants to come in, and they set up for many of them, looks as if they're Mexican, but they're not. They're not. Many of them came in right after the pandemic that was coming over here from Africa. So therefore, you're going to have African people and African Americans, let's put it like that. Then you have American Indians, American Mexicans, American Mexican mixed with those other foreigners. And what they're going to do, they're going to detach when they do something. Let me say, brown skinned people are going to look at it as if it's Mexicans, because these people are, see, no one never thought of it like that, but I'm just giving it to you the way the Spirit gave to me, how it's going to blend in. See, you all don't get it. They're blend them in to where when these migrants do things, first thing you see their pictures, they look like Mexicans. Then it's whatever those other people are, they look like Mexicans. Same thing with Haiti and other Africans that came over before, during the time Trump was here. Africans came over. They was in the Texas, coming across the border by great numbers. A lot of y'all don't remember it. It was a reason for them. And the Mexicans, when they see us do something, when they see them do something, they going to assume that's us. So they know exactly what they did. They added on to the chaos. They added on to the chaos to the point where the ignorant Mexicans will look at it as, okay, the migrants is on our side. That's how bad it's going to get. That's how bad it's going to get. And the African people has so much hate for African Americans, they ain't going to want to be on their side. You see what I'm saying? So there's going to be a war between the African people over there in Africa that has came over, because y'all don't know, it's a lot of them, way a lot of them, and the African Americans. So if you can't see the confusion, all you have to do is go to Revelation 18. It tells you what's coming in. It's coming in for trouble, and it calls it demonic spirits, unclean birds, cage birds. It's letting you know cage birds. See, let me go there. Let me kind of give you a little bit how the Father says, when you read it, it's not the way you read it, it's the way they wrote it, but you have to have the Holy Spirit so it can kind of tell you what's what. And that's 99.9% of people on these devil platforms have no idea of the order of Yah's prophecies. It's not coming like you're thinking. So while you on the left side trying to go see it the right way, you're going to miss it because you ain't going to get it. Now, let me show you something. So when you get to Revelation chapter 8, first and foremost, like I told y'all before, this angel that's going to come down from heavens, he made the announcement, and he made it, and he had great power. He had great power. Why do the angel need great power? Father. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. After these things I saw, this is John. After these things, Deborah, I saw another angel. Listen to this. An angel came down from heaven. Okay, Father. So that's what you're sending. Yes, Deborah, I'm sending the angel. Watch this here. The angel came down from heaven. Listen to what it said. You see what it says? Having great power. See, nobody won't preach that and teach that. No one won't break that down to y'all. No one is not going to break it down to you, because y'all said the time is not to make the crooked straight, nor the bent straight. Okay, so listen to this. So right there, the angel that's coming down is going to have great power. For what? What does the angel have to do with this? Watch this here. And the earth was lightened with his glory. Hold up. What's going on with that? How do that have anything to do with the next verse? Yeah, that's why the Father wants y'all to know you've been reading, but you ain't been under the understanding, the spiritual understanding. Because see, what would be the purpose of John seeing this angel? And then the angel is said to have great power. Why is he coming out here with great power? Watch this here. He's going to make this thing work. Woo, Father, they don't know nothing about that. That angel going to make this thing work. While y'all got y'all tails over here clowning with each other, men killing women, women killing the children, and men, everybody in this nation, in Judah and Israel, doing things they ain't got. Oh, keep it on. Keep going. Keep going. That fire is coming. I ain't gonna say it's coming. It's on me already. So I know it's coming for you. So watch this here. Now listen to this. And the earth was litten with his glory. Now watch what's this here. And verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice. What is he crying for? What are you doing? Deborah, that's how you hear. That's how you heard. It's because the angel cried with a strong voice. Okay, watch this here. And that's how I'm able to hear it, y'all. That's how I know that this Revelation 18 verse 2 ain't playing with y'all. Now watch what he says. And he cried mightily. Why do he have to cry mightily with a strong voice? What are he crying about? He's sending a message. See, I'm going to tell y'all what's so sad. And I kind of hate I even went here, because it brought a total new revelation. Why would y'all feel the need to send an angel with that type of power to cry out? Why, Father? Why are you sending such a mighty, powerful angel to cry out like that? Now watch what he says. Listen to this here. Listen to what he said. Babylon the Great is falling. Notice it says it twice. Is falling. Why is you? Why? Wait a minute. Why do that angel need to come down here and do that? Wait a minute. Why are you sending that angel down here like that? What do he need this power for? Why do he have to have that mic in his voice? What is going on? He said, Deborah, I told you. They reading this thing with no understanding. It's not going to go like y'all think it's going. It's not going to be the way y'all think it's going to be. And what y'all was told that it's going to be. Even the understanding is not going to be the same. Now watch what it says. Now, when I look at that, I always say that to the Father. Why you have to send that angel? You know why the angel coming down here? He's on a heavy, hardcore mission. And the number one part of his mission was he was going to cry. Who is he crying to, y'all? Judah. Judah. Israel. Judah. Israel. Can you hear? That angel is crying to give you the warning. Babylon the Great. Oh, then Donald Trump said, make America great again. So we know now that Donald Trump is detached to the evil in this day. Whee! No one would ever grip that. They will be lost with the cause and without. They don't want you saying nothing about Donald Trump. They don't want you saying nothing about Kamala. They don't want you to say nothing about none of the politics that they're planning on supporting and voting for. Now listen to this. Babylon the Great is falling. Is falling. Wait a minute. Why do he have to say it twice? Because like I told y'all, I got a hold of Babylon falling back in 2004. And I told y'all Babylon has already fallen. They're already falling. The second falling is for your eyes to see, your ears to hear, and your body to feel. That's what the second falling is. But the first falling, like I try to explain to people in videos way back, Babylon fell before 2004, but 2004, I knew it had failed. Because it didn't make sense for them to turn around and take your homes of all these people in this country and give it to all these people in the other country. It didn't make sense for them to take all these foreclosed homes and give them over there to the people in the other country. How you going to do that? A man worked 30, 40 years to buy his kids a home, and you going to take it from him and give it to somebody in a foreign country to own. That's what they did, y'all. 9/11, I knew that was a part of it too. As time went on, they did stuff. They've been showing this country that they sold them out and that we are destroying you all. And today, if you think they're destroying you now, it's because you've been asleep all that time. And now you still dead sleep. Can't see, can't understand, can't get what they trying to tell y'all all this time. But that's what he means when he says they can read these books, Deborah, and they still can't see, nor can they get it. Now watch this here. In verse 2, it says, Babylon the Great. You hear that? The Great? That match who? Donald Trump. That matches Donald Trump. Let you know. Let's make exactly the trumpet has been sound. You just put the nail on it. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say. You didn't just put the nail on it when you said that, because that is exactly what I'm trying to say. The trumpet has already been, you done nailed it now. You done nailed it. The trumpet has already been sound. Exactly. Now watch this here. And then it says, and is become an habitation. You know what habitation? A residence. For what? Devils. You see? For devils. Y'all don't see. What in here have you read where a land is going to become a place where the devils reside? You ain't going to find not one in the whole world that says that. That's where they're going to dwell. It's going to be a dwelling place for the devils. You see? Now watch this here. And a hold of every foul spirits. Or do you think what do you think those foul spirits are? These are people who have mastered in wicked and evil. These are evil. These spirits are not after animals or birds. These are human. They all up in this country, you guys. And we got other things to sit in this country and act a fool about and can't have no respect for what he said. Now watch what he said. He says, and a habitation of devils. Now, why is it? Now, how are you going to get out of that, Judah? How are you going to get out of that, Israel? You in here with them. You in here with these devils. So you see what I'm saying? When a hurricane comes, don't go talking about he's going after the heathens and either. Don't bring it into a race thing, y'all. Because we still stuck here. And we're going to go through the famine. We're going to go through the earthquakes, you guys. We're going to go through the pestilence. We're going to go through it all. Y'all just don't know. That's why he said you come in cursed. And the only way you're going to come out is when he said you're going to be coming, you're going to be in and you're going out cursed. Not going out with things to keep you from being cursed and think you escaping the curse. No, that means there's no end to the curse, you guys. It's no end to it till you get to Mount Zion. That's what it said. I know it. We don't understand it because they never taught it and preached it in the order of spiritual understanding. Now listen to this here. It says, and the hold of every foul spirit. Who's holding them? All these migrants, who's holding them? United States. United States of America is holding all these migrants over here, y'all. See, he telling us all about the migrants coming over. But what we do, forget that. We out here killing our nation, destroying one another. But you can't even get out of that because Yah said the kingdom had ordered that for a people that he already knew was like that. So that's why they can't. Why do you think they went to the promised land killing each other? Why they floating with milk and honey, having everything? Why was they doing all kind of abomination and all kind of serving other gods in the promised land? Josh got them to the promised land and they did everything they doing now over in the promised land. Judah and Israel, y'all. You see? So this is a people like Sister Deborah tried to teach y'all are doomed. That's what he's going to do. That's where he's going to turn around and restore them on Mount Zion. And show the world, and the world gonna say, no, if you can restore them and you can restore the land. Hey, wait a minute. You are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're gonna serve you. That's how they go. That's what the Yah want them to do. He want the world to see him for who he is, and how they gonna see it is what he do up in Mount Olive, in Mount Zion. I'm sorry. And until then, we're gonna suffer, y'all. So don't let nobody come tell you it's they gonna go through it and we not. We this and we that. Don't tell. This is just, and I like the Father and the way he's doing it. I like how he orchestrated, because I feel as a person, as an individual, as a female, as a mother, as a prophetess, let me tell you something, as a child of the Most High Yah, I feel we should suffer until we understand a little bit about who he is. I don't think we should just ride around and just live like we're doing now as if he don't exist. But yet we want to call, get up under his name and claim him, but yet has nothing in us that really takes him at who he is, the face value of him. Okay. So then what it says, and the hold of every foul spirit. Who's holding all these people from all over the world? United States. That's what hold is, y'all. And he's calling them foul spirits. So these people are not coming over here to play with you. Don't go trying to take their side. When they doing this to them and they ain't doing this, they are doing it because they said it. But what this country trying to do is get the racial war going. They need the racial war to go so people can eliminate one another. That's why they passed the gun law and everybody buying guns. And I know there's weapons and all that is really booming. After a while, they're going to shut down all of that. And if I don't care where you at, in your home or wherever you at, if you don't have no other weapon. Me, my weapon is the Ruach HaKodesh. Pull up on me. I bet you're going to get shot. You're going to get shot. And the Ruach going to make sure you dead. But you're going to get shot with a 9mm. Okay? So I ain't stupid now. But I tell you all, that's what I'm going to explain to my children them about making sure you get yourself together. Because you all are what I call, my kids are what you call children that you all would want to spend the rest of your life with. I'm going to be honest with you. Even though they got their ways, but their ways is their daddy ways and nobody can do nothing about it. But one thing their daddy ways is not. And it's not out here killing, stealing, destroying, drugs, alcohol, fighting, cursing, disrespecting women, disrespecting men. No, these children are not built up like that. Okay? So, but what I'm saying is this. I cannot save the seeds of Yah. I cannot save nobody. I can only come and give them what Yah is giving me. I cannot save my children. You see what I'm saying? Yah has already done that. And that's their required long suffering. I have to endure that. Okay? So here he said, foul spirits. Now he already told you they holding them. Who's holding them? United Snakes. Now, let me show y'all something that none of y'all would ever think about. Why wouldn't United Snakes send them back? That's why they're holding them. They got a purpose. Donald Trump talking about sending them back. Donald Trump just lying. Donald Trump is the biggest schemer on the face of the earth to manipulate the black people and the white people to believe that he's for them. And he ain't, oh, y'all, this man ain't nothing, but he's going to keep up a lot of what you call nation against nation. That's what he's come, his part is in it, to start nation against nation. That's why he went over there to them sundown towns. He's connected to all that. Okay. And it says, listen to this, and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. Now, what the Father said, why ain't Judah teaching that? Why ain't Judah teaching Revelation 18? Because they don't have spirit and truth, you all. They don't have the Ruach. But they want to get on here and tell you that this storm is for a certain race of people. It's y'all punishing a certain race of people. Don't y'all be naive. Don't be deceived. Do not be deceived to believe that. Yah is not punishing a certain nation of people. If that's the case, he need to stop being God, because Yah is going to punish us all, because one nation ain't no better than the other, and that's what we don't understand. If he chose us, and if he chose us and he know we was the worst of the worst, we still don't understand that if we the worst of the worst in his eyes, then he chose us anyway. For what? So he can show his glory in us at the end. Because people will look at us. He said, and you will be hated by all nations. Just imagine being hated and then end up in the New Jerusalem and they see you there. Wait a minute, those people everybody hated. The whole world hated. You see the shock on these people? That's what Yah saved you for. That's why Yah chose you as his people, for his name's sake. It wasn't because Judah is all good, this and that. Judah is the opposite of what's good. Judah, it's not who y'all think they are. But don't think he don't have his own rams in the bush, because he does. That's why he had that angel also to mark his in the forehead. He know he got his. Okay. Now, when it says cage, when you see the word cage in every unclean, hateful bird, it's because the United States going to start using them FEMA camps and everything to cage these people in. You see, everything is going exactly the way Yah is allowing it to go. But the Holy Spirit is the only one can balance it all out in you. The Holy Spirit is the only one can teach this thing in you, break it down and measure it so you can have some understanding in it. But here go Revelation. And you can't get nobody to see this is the migrants. that came over here. They came out of bad cages, y'all. I told y'all this 2 years ago when they was talking about sending the migrants over. They said, I told y'all they took these people. These people are vicious. These people are criminals who have murder in death row and everything. They bringing them over here. I told y'all that over and over and over and over. But you know what? It ain't meant for people to get it. That's the way y'all orchestrated it. He orchestrated it because he's saying the shock is when it take place, when it start to do the things it was uh 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 uh, how would I say it? What it was designed to do. What do you mean, Deborah? He ain't sending that angel to blow that trumpet for nothing. That angel gonna make sure what? That angel gonna make sure that we see the habitation of devils, that we see the hold of every foul spirit, that we see the cage of every unclean, hateful bird. We might see it too late, but his job was given the power to make sure we see that. So while we got our eyes closed and focusing on something that doesn't make any sense to even be focused on, and the things you need to be focusing on, and he said, because what happens is they don't understand even the book they read it. It was supposed to be a study guide, a learning tool. He said they can't study it, Deborah. They can't learn it because they always adding in it and taking away from it, smearing it to where they can't get what it said. Before the migrants even came over, Revelation 18 told you they was coming. But did they get it? No. They can't even, people, 99.15 billion could not connect them coming over in this land being the migrants. Even to today, even after I showed it to you, it'll go over your head. But what will not go over your head is what he's going to allow them to do. They're on a mission. And that angel that he sent down with that power, he going to see to it that the mission of the Most High Yah is fulfilled. For who? For his name's sake. So that's another good thing that I do kind of like, is the Father let you go on thinking the way you thinking, feeling the way you feeling, understanding the way you understanding. And when it all come down, you're going to be the one looking stupid and not him. It's going to force you to see what you didn't want to see, you didn't want to accept, and didn't want to believe. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I will be back. Appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. So I say shalom and shalom.